The worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
The Dow traders are standing there watching in amazement. I don't blame them.
We're now down.
Have you ever wondered why over 70% of the U.S. use their entire hard-earned income to pay for debt, even when financial researchers predicted the worst economic growth in the next few months? Or don't you see the U.S. economy facing its worst havoc? As you know, economic crashes are no joke. You must have seen them wreak havoc on economies worldwide. As the global economy faces new challenges every year, financial analysts have turned their attention towards the United States, expressing grave concerns about an impending crash. With mounting debt, uncertain market conditions, and the ongoing battle between credit card debt and personal savings, experts warn of a perfect storm that could send shockwaves through the nation's financial stability. It's important to keep your eyes open to potential warning signs, even if they may seem unsettling at first. So if you're planning not to be a victim of this upcoming crash, then join us as we embark on a journey through the minds of these experts as they shed light on the upcoming issues and indicators you should watch out for, their potential implications, and the complications that lie ahead for the future of the American economy. Number 1 key indicator: the credit card debt versus personal savings. The wealthier you are, the easier it becomes to eliminate debt. On the contrary, those with lower incomes allocate a larger portion of their earnings towards debt repayment. As credit card debt continues to soar to unprecedented levels, experts and analysts have begun to voice their opinions, highlighting the potential ramifications and offering insights into the delicate balance between consumer spending and financial responsibility. The opinion of analysts on this critical issue is different. With their finger on the pulse of the nation's economic landscape, these experts are acutely aware of the potential risks and consequences that lie ahead if this financial tug-of-war continues. Among the various forms of debt plaguing Americans, credit card debt stands out prominently, surpassing pre-pandemic highs at $986 billion. Mortgage debt follows closely behind, towering at $11.92 trillion. While vehicle loans and student loans contribute significantly with figures of $1.55 trillion and $1.6 trillion. These escalating debt levels have not only affected the financial landscape, but have also had an impact on the lives of everyday Americans.
In 2008, you had something close to a bubble in home real estate. 50 million people had mortgages roughly at that time out of 75 million homeowners.
In 2022, the median income for the top 1% in the United States was $570,000. The top 10% earned a median of $212,110. The lowest 25% made $34,429, and the lowest 10% earned $15,640. According to a study by Annuity.org, when comparing income to debt and using the $570,000 figure as 100%, the following percentages of income were dedicated to debt repayment. Individuals earning less than 20% allocated 26.11% of their income towards debt. Those in the 20 to 39% income bracket allocated 11.98% of their income towards debt. Individuals in the 40% to 59% income bracket allocated 7.33% of their income towards debt. Those in the 60 to 79% income bracket allocated 6.45% of their income towards debt. Individuals in the 80 to 89% income bracket allocated 5.95% of their income towards debt. Lastly, individuals in the 90 to 100% income bracket allocated 4.31% of their income towards debt. When you take a deep look at the analysis, you can derive that average Americans are borrowing at a very high rate, but saving at a very low rate. This shows that if you're ever going to be among the top individuals who not only earn a lot, but also allocate a small percentage of their income to debt, you need to watch the 3 basic indicators we are about to discuss. Number 1, inflation. When managing the economy, a nation's central bank has the power to modify interest rates. If inflation becomes excessive, the central bank will raise interest rates to control spending. And as expectations increase, workers demand higher wages, leading to a rise in prices of the output, and ultimately triggering a general increment in wage price. This can give the policymakers the ability to increase the minimum interest rate, which could lead to an increase in borrowing cost. For instance, in the United States, a significant number of fixed-rate mortgages with low rates are still in effect due to refinancing in recent years. Similarly, corporations have taken advantage of low borrowing costs and ample liquidity to extend their debt maturities. These factors have reduced the impact of monetary policy tightening, as borrowers are only now starting to face higher borrowing costs. Consequently, labor markets and aggregate demand remain strong. This suggests there may be a further slowdown in bank credit provision soon. Large banks have reported strong earnings, thanks to higher interest rates on loans, but deposit rates have not kept pace with policy tightening. In such a scenario, the more pressing issue to tackle would be the potential decline in our standard of living. Number 2, unemployment. The unemployment rate is a highly monitored economic indicator that receives significant media attention, particularly during recessions and difficult economic periods. This is because the effects of unemployment extend beyond the unemployed individuals, impacting various aspects of the overall economy in terms of level and duration. When you're unemployed, your family loses wages, and there will be a loss in the economic contribution to goods and services, and impact extends beyond those who are jobless. It also affects the mental well-being of employed individuals. They may experience anxiety about job security and reluctance to explore other employment opportunities, believing they are fortunate to have a job while others are unemployed.
Is there a reason you should want debt to be zero, precisely zero? No, there's no reason for that.
This can lead to feelings of guilt and unease within the workplace. On a broader scale, high unemployment poses challenges for the U.S. economy. Consumer spending, which constitutes approximately 70% of GDP, decreases as unemployed individuals have less alternative income. Policymakers rely on various unemployment statistics, such as the number of unemployed individuals, duration of unemployment, skill levels, trends, and regional disparities to make informed decisions and address the issue effectively. Now, if you want to find out more of what's going to happen, you need to watch until the end. But for now, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Number 3, rise in consumer debt. Although borrowing is the usual way for households to accumulate debt, families experiencing emergencies, income fluctuations, or ongoing financial struggles can find themselves in debt without actually taking out a loan. In fact, they may not even realize they are in debt, or the extent of it, until they receive negative information on their credit report or receive calls from collection agencies. With the average consumer debt in America on the rise, it comes as no surprise that delinquency rates, indicating missed payments of 30 days or more, have surged across various types of debt. The burden of $16.9 trillion, shared among approximately 340 million people, has left many Americans reeling under the weight of their financial obligations. The statistics paint an unhappy picture of the challenges faced by individuals and families across the nation. It could cause issues such as financial insecurity. Financial issues such as medical expenses shock, family financial problems like driver's license suspension, and unpaid utility bills contribute to almost 1/3 of the delinquent debt. Therefore, if demographics undoubtedly play a role in debt accumulation, it's more important to note that debt risk is not solely determined by age, income, ethnicity, family type, or education. Now that you understand the underlying factors behind these debt statistics, you'll realize that if you're poor, it's not because of your finances, but your financial education around knowledge. Also, if getting a mortgage is your plan, it is important you know more about your debt-to-income ratio, since that is what most lenders will focus on. Number 2 key indicator, debt-to-income ratio. Calculating your debt-to-income ratio is essential, not only before applying for a loan, but also for assessing your risk of being overwhelmed by debt or defaulting on future credit accounts and loans. Borrowers with low debt-to-income ratios are generally better positioned to handle their monthly loan payments. Therefore, banks and financial institutions prefer applicants with low DTI percentages before granting a loan. When applying for an auto or personal loan, lenders use the debt-to-income ratio to assess a borrower's capacity to repay future loans and avoid delinquency debt. This ratio informs them about the portion of your income already allocated to debt repayment. The debt-to-income ratio measures the relationship between your monthly income and the payments required to repay your debts. It reflects your ability to comfortably manage debt obligations. A high debt-to-income ratio increases financial strain and negatively impacts your credit rating, making it more difficult and expensive to secure future loans. Number 3 key indicator, recession. As history has shown over the past century, recessions are preceded by tightening of monetary policy, which involves increasing interest rates. Fiscal contractions, such as reduced government spending or higher taxes, have also played a role in this trend. Recession is characterized by a significant and prolonged decline in economic activity. The United States has witnessed 14 official recessions since the Great Depression, and other countries have also experienced these downturns, indicating that they are a recurring aspect of the economic landscape. The economic downturn had a significant impact on not only young adults in their 20s and 30s, but also Americans aged 50 and above, including baby boomers approaching retirement. They were affected by various factors, such as increasing unemployment, declining home values, and stock market losses. Even older adults who were not directly affected by the recession had family members who experienced its consequences. As a result, financial challenges during the recession can lead to wealth change, affect your spending habits, and even long-term physical and mental health issues for many older adults. If we take a closer look at where those three indicators are and how they affect the change in prices of goods and services like food, gasoline, rent, and healthcare, it shows we must be ready for any incoming crisis that can hit the U.S. When income grows at a faster rate than prices, people's standard of living can improve. This is because their real wages, which take indicators like inflation into account, are rising. In essence, income growth can help offset the impact of rising prices, reduce debt, and also lead to improvement in overall purchasing power. Where do you stand in the recent market crisis? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our videos. Thanks for watching.